Today we gather to grieve the loss and celebrate the life of our loved one, Aleta Bradford. In remembering, we recognize that God is love, and God's love and our love knows no distance, and it does not have any barrier. So therefore, united in love on this day, our hearts are one as we give thanks to God for a life lived vibrantly, colorfully, and dedicated to our Christ. Here now, our call to worship from Psalm 121. I will lift my eyes to the hills from which come my help, for certainly my help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber or sleep. He who keeps Israel will not slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep you going out and coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Let us certainly lift up our hearts as we sing Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear. And grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. We're going to sing that fourth verse. The Lord has promised good to me. The Lord has promised good. His word my hope secures. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be. He will my shield and portion. As long as life endures. As long as life endures. Amen. We're thankful to receive the Reverend Vicki McCain for our prayer of comfort, and then scripture readings from Dr. Ingram, and reflections and witness to the resurrection from Mom Bradford, Thea Bradford, and Ms. Anitra Johnson, in that order.
Let us pray. Let us go to God in prayer. Lord, this is the day that you have made, and God, with everything that is going on, we rejoice in this day. It is one that you have made and that we've never seen before, but we give you thanks. We ask, Lord, that you hear our prayers. We thank you, God, for Aleta Bradford's life and for all the years she shared with us. We celebrate her life today, and we give you thanks for the many gifts and talents you poured into her and that she freely shared with us. Aleta willingly appreciated the beauty of our creation and spent her life being a glimpse of your glory, and for that we give you thanks. So many of us remember the sharing of unique cards that lifted our spirits at tender and sensitive times in our lives, but what joy and hope she would share using that tapestry of creativity you placed upon her heart. Lord, she so freely shared with us. Aleta adorned and brought life and meaning to spaces and places that felt empty, yet with her imagination and with her touch, she made it feel wholesome and alive. Her love for Jesus was infectious, and God, you know all about your child. Because when you were with her, we all felt her presence. So God, may we do as Psalms 121 tells us, to look to the hills from where our help comes from. And you said in your word that our help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth and that created us in your image. So Lord, may this mother, this sister, the love of her life, family and friends find comfort in knowing that Aleta's life was a witness for you, Jesus Christ, and that you allowed her, God, for this short time to be with us. But God, we know that absence from the body is present with you, and so we lean and depend on your word. May this family rest and lean on you for strength, endurance now, in the coming days, in the coming months, in the years ahead. Grant us the ability to meet Aleta in a new home, not made by hands. God, if we live our lives such that you have given to us, you said in your word that you loved us so much that you gave your only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. So God, we live with the certainty that we will meet again. We acknowledge that you have given us a mere handful of days, and our span of life seems nothing in your sight, yet like a beautiful flower, because she was yours and she blossomed in your garden here on earth. You bring about your compassion to us. You console us with your precious hand. You help us, God, and comfort us with your grief. And you said that you would be a friend to the friendless. And Lord, allow your friendliness and your love and your dedication, God, to be with us. But God, we're asking today for your peace. A peace of mind that passes all understanding, and grant us your love and your mercy on this day. And Lord, we are depending and we are leaning on you. So God, we thank you. We thank you for this beautiful life that we celebrate today. We thank you, God, because she gave to us so freely. And for that, God, we can give her back to you, knowing that we shall meet again, henceforth today and forevermore. We give you all the honor, the glory, and the praise. For you sent your son Jesus to die a horrible death on the cross, and he saved us from our sins. And for that we will always be grateful. And so God, into your keeping, we just ask that you keep this family in your loving arms. Provide them strength and comfort for the living of days. In your name we pray. Let everyone say amen, and amen.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to share Old Testament and New Testament favorite scriptures from our healing Christ. Psalm 91 selected verses, an assurance of God's protection. You who live in the shelter of the Most High, who abide in the shadow of the Almighty, will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler, anything risky or dangerous, intense or tracks, and from the deadly pestilence, any infectious epidemic disease that is violent and devastating. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler, for he will command his angels warning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, so that you will not dash your foot against a stone. Those who love me, I will deliver. I will protect those who know my name. When they call to me, I will answer them. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. With long life, I will satisfy them and show them my salvation, soundness in every area of their lives. And from Romans, the 8th chapter, verses 26 through 28, life is the Spirit. Likewise, the Spirit helps us in our weakness, for we do not know how to pray as we ought, but that very Spirit intercedes with sighs too deep for words. And God, who searches in the heart, knows what is in the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for the saints according to the will of God. We know that all things work together for good for those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. May the Lord bless the reading of his word.
There is no one here who cannot understand my pain today. And yet, in the midst of my pain, there is joy, because Aleta had the Spirit of the Lord with her from the day she was diagnosed until she left this earth on Tuesday, May 19th. She said to me at the onset that, "Mom, cancer will not be the death of me." And what I realized in time as I and the Lord talk with one another is that death would never be the spirit of Aleta Bradford. And I know a lot of you, as I look at you and you knew Aleta and you know Aleta, you know what I mean. And so I really stand now to just express my appreciation to all of you for coming out today and spending these few minutes with us under the sun to remember this dearly beloved child of God. And that's who she was, a lover of life, a lover of her mom, Bradford, who I am, and who loved her dearly. And I don't have to talk about that. So just let me thank you for coming, Reverend Hamlin and Reverend Vicky and the St. James family and all the other family members. I see you. I know you are here, and I'm glad you are here. You have lifted my spirit. You have lifted our dear spirit. We will go on because of you, because of the love you have for us. And many of you know us very personally, and this is not the first day you started supporting us. Many of you have been supporting us from the day we walked on the grounds of North Carolina. And so we only have God to give the glory for you and who you are to us. Now, in the future, because some of you have asked about my sister Betty, because you know Betty loved Alfie and Aleta and would be here, but her health would not let her be here. However, when the quarantine is over and we get to be free, a little freer than we are now, we're going to have a special reception in honor and tribute to Aleta. And those of you who have called me and tell me about you saving all those cards, you're going to get a chance to come and share them, and we're going to tell Aleta's story. So just be patient for a while, just for a little while, and we will come together and we will celebrate Aleta's life. Reverend Moffitt sent her message, and I just want to read a line from what she said, because many of us who knew her will hear her. She says, "This stylish, space-creating, beauty-making, interior-enhancing, pretty things fancy, this Aleta, this child of God, this lover of life." And then one of you sent a card, and the card reads, the card has a proverb. And I really like the proverb because it reminds me so much of Aleta. And the proverb says something about a bird. And it says that a bird may fly away, but we will still remember the song. A bird may fly away, but we will still remember the song. Aleta is the bird. Her spirit is the song. Thank you for being here. Thanks be to God for my child and your friend and your sister and your lover. To God be the glory. Amen. Amen.
Everyone here knew and loved Aleta. Recently, however, I visited Aleta, who I called Lady Reed, in Moses Cone Hospital, and I came to realize that it was only her body that was lying there. And so I would say to her, Aleta, go toward the light. I did that Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, those last 3 days. Aleta, go toward the light. So here we are, surrounded by each other. And Aleta, by a great cloud of witnesses. I have pondered how I would get through this day, especially participating in her eulogy. I looked at the program, and Mom had my name down to give the eulogy, and I said, oh, Jesus. Okay, all right, and so thank you, Daddy, for helping us. So with God's rich help, humor, and your prayer support, I will share 3 parts of Aleta that I knew. 1, her life with Duncan Ravenel. 2, part of a letter and visit I shared with her on Sunday, May 17th at Cone Hospital. And 3, part of a letter I wrote to some of our friends who would not know that Aleta had changed addresses. First, those of you who knew Aleta realized that she had a certain magnetism. If she liked your earrings, I like those. May I have those? Or it could have been your shoes. I really like those. Those would look good on me. And people would release really nice things to her. Thank you for anybody who did. Aleta was certainly granted the desire of her heart when she met Duncan Ravenel. And after a brief period of dating, they had a small ceremony signifying their love and devotion to one another. The depth of their love was something to behold. He quiet and unassuming, she gregarious and energetic. Duncan grounded and secure, Aleta spontaneous and confident. Over time, Duncan really became my brother in love. And I didn't plan to change his name, but I think I see a few of you who, I was planning a bunco party. It's a game. At the top of the list, I had bunco party. And I was writing down who I thought would like to come. Mom Bradford, Aleta, and Dunco. Bunco, Dunco. So ever since then, Dunco. Second, several weeks ago, I had written a very special letter to Aleta to share with her exactly what she meant to me. Here is part of it. From the heart of Althea B. Bradford, a gratitude letter and visit for Aleta M. Bradford. Dear Aleta, you are very special to me, and I am so grateful that you are who you are. I admire the positive energy, creative ideas, and love toward others that flow naturally from you. You have always looked for the best in others and given them your best. Speaking of love and attention, you have shown me those qualities all my life by supporting my dreams and needs. Remember when we lived in Lexington on Converse Drive, and we always need something. We just always seem to have a need. And so finally we just say, we can't have a need. And that was just our way of saying God will provide. Despite our needs, however, you were always on ready with something that would make both of us laugh. Your good humor is one of your most attractive qualities. I have learned to love your fun-loving nature and given more of my own life the light touch. One of my fondest memories of our not taking ourselves too seriously was when we were in Los Angeles, California, visiting our cousin Pat, and we wanted to go to the beach, and she said, well, beaches here are not like in North Carolina, but she found Manhattan Beach, and together Aleta and I enjoyed discovering its family-friendly environment, photographing the fun we were having, and browsing into dress shops. Toward the end of the letter, I shared with Aleta my gratitude for her positive actions, moods, and ideas. I thanked her for artwork she created for me in honor of National Sibling Day, April 10, 2020. I didn't know there was such a day. And I certainly didn't know that I would be reading that letter and visiting Aleta on a hospital bed. And then third, I will share just a few parts of a letter that I wrote to friends who would either not be able to be at this service or who would not know of Aleta's transition from the physical plane of life to the supernatural realm. Dear friend, you are in my forever thoughts and prayers. It is with a very heavy heart that I write to tell you that our dear Aleta went to the most powerful place ever, heaven, this afternoon, Tuesday, May 19, 2020, at Moses Cone in Greensboro, North Carolina. She started to have difficulty breathing and was taken to the hospital. Mom Bradford, Duncan, and I did not want Aleta to suffer. And though she was one of the most courageous people I've ever known, she was liberated at about 4:15 that afternoon. As someone near and dear to Aleta, you know that she lived a positive, powerful, and productive life. I am deeply comforted in this moment we are because of people like you who got the best of Aleta. If she knew you, she loved you very much. It may not come as a surprise to you then that I think even in the womb, she was writing cards to all the other babies who were born on November 29, 1960. She had to be. We were born an hour and a half apart. That's most unusual for twins. So I figured she was in there writing cards. Oh. Her childlike trust in the Lord and vision for living the best life guided her to be both gracious and grateful for family and friends. I always felt her huge, vulnerable, and vibrant spirit made my fraternal twin sister beautiful inside and outside. In fact, at a very young age, I think in first grade, when we lived in Selma, Alabama, her class voted her queen. I called Aleta many affectionate names. And some of you know she wore her hair in lots of different styles. And one time, she had it sort of a deep gold color, and it was in these ringlets. And she became Goldilocks, and she modified it to Goldie Baby. In closing, Aleta Marie Bradford had something that never goes out of style: kindness toward others. She knew how to see the best in each of us effortlessly. As a sensitive and giving soul, I have come to say we got the best of Aleta. Amen. Amen. I'm not as strong as these young ladies right here.
So I'm going to read straight off my page and hope I can get through it. Although our hearts are grieving today, we must remember God's timing is not our timing. And I would have loved to have felt her embrace one more time. His will is greater than our own. So in this time of sadness, there is joy in knowing such a precious soul has gone home to be with the Lord. We all have our personal stories about our time with her, and none of them are more important than the other, just along the fact that Aleta lived. She lived a life that was well lived. She used her time here with us, serving, giving, loving, caring, encouraging, remembering, and most of all, representing Christ our Lord. God requires no less from each of us. We are to take this moment as an opportunity to follow her legacy. Take every opportunity you can to love, encourage, give in honor of the way she poured herself out for each of us. I assure you God will be pleased. I made some hearts, which is one of Aleta's favorite things to pass around. So I have those if anyone is interested in having one. And I put some of her favorite sayings on there. Things that she wrote often in cards that I received, or just things that she would say over the phone. And so I kind of encourage you to take one, keep it near you, remember her always, and to just be whatever she was to you or someone else. So when the moon shines bright in the night sky, just remember her smile. When you feel the sun's warmth on your skin, remember her embrace. Know that she is forever in our hearts and in the memories that will last a lifetime. God bless you all.
I know that my Redeemer lives, and that at the last he will stand upon the earth. For we know that if the earthly tent we live in is destroyed, we have a building from God, a house not made with human hands, eternal in the heavens. So in the sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life, through our Lord Jesus the Christ, we commend to Almighty God our sister Aleta, and we commit her body to be returned to its element. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord, says the Spirit, for they rest from their labors, and their works surely do follow them.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you. Thank you for this beautiful life well lived. We thank you, God, for this sweet, sweet spirit, the wind that we feel against our backs, and the face of the sun that you made for us by day. We thank you, God, for this family. We ask that you will bless them, that you will keep them, and that you will comfort them. Lord, we thank you for the prayer that you left us with. As we repeat together, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver
I know. I know. I know. I know. You know I have my good days and I have my bad days. Yeah, yeah, she fixed it when I turned 50. Right, okay, she was fine. I think she was already sick, but she wouldn't let me know because she wanted to have, and then the next day, she was down and out, so